What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Danny the Bull, back with another episode of No Bull, little roundtable discussion here with someone I've talked to a couple times on stream, Mr. MC1, Sanjay, always a pleasure. And FA, first appearance on the channel, Michael Campa. We've met in real life and hung out. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for joining me. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Having a good day, having fun. I'm glad to be here now.
Happy to be here, man. Happy to be on the channel with Michael, the legend.
Both of you legends. Sanjay, you've been making the rounds on YouTube lately.
Yeah, I don't know how come, man. I think I'm getting tired of hearing myself.
Everyone always enjoys, I get like a lot of good, people will reach out to me in like chat saying, oh, did you hear what Sanjay said? Or Sanjay's got me really bullish. So I think it's good to hear you. And Michael, you've a master collector. Yep, master collector. So you're also super bullish, and I love the enthusiasm. I like talking to enthusiasm people. Oftentimes, myself, I'll get caught up in minutia and day-to-day things. What I love about going to like the events is that I connect with real collectors and people who love Veve rather than like overanalyzing every move. So I'm excited for the conversation.
Yeah, man. Yeah, at the live event, I got to meet you and we talked for like a long time. That first night, it was so cool to meet people in real life. I went first time to San Diego, and then I'm hooked now.
Yeah. Did you do Crypto XR?
No, I'm not going to that one. No.
But Sanjay, you went there, yes?
I did.
What was that like?
That was a lot of fun. Crypto XR look, I've never been to a Veve event outside of the US. So that was an amazing experience. The event itself was small, right? Crypto XR is in a small town called Auxerre. The conference was also small, on the smaller side, but just a lot of fun. There's a lot of different types of projects, a lot of them mostly from France. A lot of Web3, they were not just sort of crypto related. There were other types of metaverse and VR experience, online, Web3 gambling, all that kind of stuff was out there. And Veve was a big part of that event. So it was great to see so many people from outside of the US. But that was sort of the highlight of it. Had a really good time. And then obviously it's always fun to hang out with David and Dan and Reese and all these guys,
What was it like there? Like with, when I went to Designer Con, what stood out to me was the amount of people there for Veve versus these other, artists or whatever. What was it like at Crypto XR? Did Veve have a disproportionate amount of people there for them, or was it evenly spread out?
No, disproportionately higher amount of people for Veve. There were a couple of other, companies or projects that had probably a lot of people as well, but definitely Veve was predominantly outpunching in terms of the audience. And then you also had the London police there. That was really good. They shared a space with Veve. So on one of the four sides was the London police, and that was a very successful drop. It was great to have them there. Just tremendous atmosphere, environment, very well received as well. The whole Phygital. And the Jeg was also there. Jeg is another incredible artist. He was in front of the Veve booth, and he had some amazing stuff. So it was just a lot of fun. It was not as big as DCon, not as big as New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con, but just a lot of fun to connect with this international audience. And since it was in France, there was a lot of French Veve France community there, and a lot of them I don't know, and some of them don't speak English very fluently. So you don't get to interact with them in channels like this or X or something like that, but you get to meet them. And I really enjoyed sitting down chatting with some of them in smaller groups over dinner and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? It seemed to have kickstarted a shift in sentiment in the community, which I think was then, carried forth through MCP points going live. Yeah. And so you guys, how are you feeling these days about the sentiment? Michael, how do you feel about, Veve sentiment now compared to where we were about 2 months ago?
Well, I feel like for the past about 3-4 weeks now, it's definitely getting up there. People are already excited. You see more engagement in Twitter, like that over and over and over, with hundreds of likes and people retweeting and people creating the vehicle. So there is a lot of excitement in the community, I think, right now, and it's very positive. And uh, so I'm enjoying that part, and the NCP definitely has a big part on that. I've been waiting for that push
I
button
know.
so long to be able to use MCP. It has been so long. So I'm very excited to be able to actually start using my points, man.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about MCP a little later. You guys going to San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Sanjay,
Maybe. I'm not 100%. I got tickets. I got tickets for Thursday and Sunday. Because I'm just doing so many events, man. Like I can't justify. How many times I tell my wife on a business trip and go hang out with.
Yeah.
Does she get pissed off at you, Sanjay, for all these
she's okay, man. She's supportive.
Business trips.
She's supportive. You know, like I'm working in private equity, man. I'm helping a PE firm buy something. So whenever something good gets bought, I'll go run it. So when that happens, all this will sort of reduce by itself. But in the meantime, hey, you know what? This is what life is for, right? Well, look, I wanted to answer that question that you asked, Michael, as well, which is, look, the sentiment is sort of the surface of the water. You know, the you can see the bubbles from the boiling of the water now, but the heat below the water started quite some time back. You know, that started from at least from what I see from the outside, sometime about almost 10 months ago is when that heat really started. David and Dan had this big meeting in India, a lot of developers, and I think all over Asia. So I don't know exactly all that happened, but they hired almost 50 some engineering staff, and then they added people in other parts of the business. And those, to me, that was sort of when the real action started, right? But you start seeing the results 9-10 months later, because it takes time to hire these people, train these people, for them to get comfortable, make all the mistakes that they need to, or learn what they need to learn to be productive and stuff. But now, I mean, I'm seeing so much coming through Veve in terms of feature functionality and different parts, and then the marketing is coming up in gear now. It's slowly switching into gear 2. So I just want to make sure that comment was there about, the sentiment now. That action started a long time back.
Yeah. And South by Southwest right around the corner.
Yeah, South by Southwest right around the corner. That'd be an interesting one too. Yep, for sure.
What are your expectations out of that?
I think it's going to be one event, Veve Marvel speaking, I think, for about an hour, and the rest of it is just going to be parties, man. So that's there's no Veve booth, there's no Marvel booth, there's no artists that, the Comic-Con type artists and stuff, Decon type artists. Although I've heard rumors Ron may be there, but I don't know for sure. It's just a rumor, and I know Ron. I asked him, "Hey, are you going to be there?" He didn't comment on that. He basically said he's coming to Dallas the end of March, but he didn't tell me anything about South by Southwest. So we'll see. But other than that, it's just going to be the Veve fam kind of getting together. Not everybody has tickets because the pass is super expensive. It's like $800-$900 just to go in. Yeah. And it's not a day pass or something like that. You have to get like a whole for the whole event kind of thing, or one track across 2 weeks or something like that. So a couple of people are getting in on the press pass. A couple of people will end up getting in through some connections. So Pappy, who is in Austin, has some connections. So he'll probably be able to squeeze a few people in just for that Marvel Veve kind of space for a couple hours. But yeah, so most of it is going to be just dinners, a lot of drinks and catching up. And I'll be at the event. I've got a ticket. So I do want to catch the $800. I want to catch the spaces, during the daytime, but the night times is going to be a lot of fun. That's that, man. Other than that, it'll be my first time at South by Southwest. So I'm going to see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens,
Yeah. Michael, you going?
No, I'm not going to that one. No. I really need to pick and choose where I'm going because wife, 3 kids, home.
Yeah, you have young children.
Yeah, 3 boys, 13, 11, and 7. So
yeah, you got a full plate.
yeah, yeah. So no, I'm skipping this one. But and usually when I go, I can only go for like a couple days only. So even when I go to San Diego, it's like last time I went to San Diego, when I got there at noonish, spent the night, and went straight at the morning to the airport. I just hang out with the BB fan the whole night. Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys see the tweet about an hour ago that Veve put out?
No, I've been busy. What did they put out?
No.
Well, let's put it up. So I'm assuming this is about the Veve verse. Are you ready to step through?
Ooh.
Well, they've given the invite to the next group of 200 people or something, right?
Yeah. So I guess this is what it is. Yeah, the next couple hundred people going through. What was interesting?
I don't know if it's that. This could be like some kind of like cavernous thing. I guess that is Veveverse. But yeah, maybe.
Give us some speculation. What do you mean by cavernous?
Well, Cavernous is the guys who are building Veveverse, right? So Cavernous is on the Apple Vision Pro, so it's compatible with the Apple Vision Pro. But I mean, I'm in the beta. I'm not looking at the Veveverse in the Apple Vision Pro. But maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe this just it's like Veveverse. This 200 some people. Maybe this is about the 200 some people or 300 people who got invited to the next phase going into the Veveverse. And that was supposed to open on the 22nd or 20. Oh, well, today is the 22nd.
So it's got to be this. Yeah, it's got to be the Veveverse.
Yeah, got to be that.
Either that or Stargate FA. But did you see the what was interesting to me is the comment underneath. Did you see this? Wilder World. Are you familiar with Wilder World?
No, I don't know what that is.
Wilder World is a crypto-based gaming project. They've been around developing for a few years, and they commented on it saying, "Portals to new worlds await." You think there's something to that, or you think that this is just Wilder World? Looking for
I don't know, man. You got me here, man.
Come on.
I think the best. Go ahead, Michael. You probably have a better answer.
Like today was the deadline for signing, and probably by the weekend they might be in Friday or Saturday, something like that. They might be coming into the Veveverse, but I haven't seen anything about it yet.
Yeah. So Wilder World is. I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah. Is that image from there? Like this whole kind of looking through the.
This is Wilder World. This is a gaming project. It's a crypto-based gaming project. Maybe they're just, commenting on Veve's post, just talking about the whole space and how, things could eventually connect. But, this is going to drive some speculation. You know how the Veve community is.
Well, did they build like a video game in the Veveverse and we didn't know about it? And, we're all kind of learning. That'd be a surprise if they do that.
Yeah. Do you expect these things to happen, or in what timeline?
I don't know, man. Danny, I have no idea. Zero idea, brother.
And Michael, are you in the Veveverse?
Yeah, I'm also in the Veveverse. Yes.
So what's your experience like? I've talked to Sanjay about it, and he said that he loved it.
Yeah, same here. A lot of building in there. Going on. So I'm liking it so far. I really wish more people were there because I think the biggest draw is going to be the networking between people doing things together, hanging out. But as of right now, and I think it would be great for builders and people that really enjoy that side of it. I have done a little bit, but I think at the end I'm going to have somebody probably build something for me in the future because I have seen really cool stuff done there. So, yeah.
What's your level of engagement now in there? Like the amount of time you spend there versus when you first got it? Are you finding it a sticky experience, or maybe not yet because there aren't people there?
Yeah, I think the lack of people in there right now is keeping me from using it as much. When I first dropped, I was there quite a few hours every day. Not as much now. I will go there once a week look around, see what's still there, because you'll put things in places and when they do updates, they disappear. So you have to put it back on. So, yeah.
How about you, Sanjay?
Spent a lot of time when I was building. It's very exciting. When you first get access to it and you go check it out, it blows your mind, right? Just the way it's, all the feature functionality, you're just so curious and it's so much of fun to build, right? And then after that, you kind of invite your friends. And so there's only 30 of us that were in there to begin with. So we invited each other to each other's spaces and we hung out, saw a little bit of that. But everybody's busy. It's only, it's a small ecosystem of 30 people. So it's not like the 30 of us just kind of hanging out in there all day long and say, forget about the rest of Veve, right? So we still spend a lot more time on X or on YouTube or Discord or something like that to connect with the rest of fam. But my sense is once, and it was also in development mode. There were a lot of stuff that was, we can't talk about it much, but there's a lot of stuff getting added continuously. So it's sort of the highway was still under construction. And now, if you think about it, when you have so many people in there, there's a lot more reason to spend some time in there. But I think it'll be increased over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there a noticeable difference between like using it now versus using it back in August when you first got the invite?
No, I mean they have done updates to a specific item, so those look better over time. But no, it's not a big difference that I have noticed anyway.
Well, let me see. Someone here just said that, here's an interesting thing. Apple Vision Pro, I know, Sanjay, you've got one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the headline from New York Post today talking about mass returns. And, I've seen like things about this. People are returning it, whatever, but that's natural. What's your experience like with Apple Vision Pro? Are you still using it daily?
I use it daily, man. I do my email in it. I watch shows in it. I do a lot of other stuff in it. So probably use it a couple hours a day. So there was some issue with the Apple Vision Pro strap, something with the speaker or some sound, something. There was some issue. I didn't encounter it. Mine's just fine. I keep using it just fine, and I enjoy it. I'm not returning mine. I know Tony had an issue with something. He took it back to get it replaced, and they replaced it right away. I haven't read the article about the return in mass and all that stuff, so I don't know what that's about.
I just saw the headline. I saw it on Twitter before.
Yeah.
But, the New York Post likes to throw out headlines. Michael, do you have Apple Vision Pro yet or no?
No, I haven't got it. I don't have the ecosystem, so I don't think I'll take full advantage of it. So I'm working my way into getting my first iPhone. I haven't convinced myself to do it yet.
Come on.
But if I do get an iPhone, then I will definitely get the.
You're on Android?
Yeah.
So if you get the iPhone 15, and you shoot a video with the iPhone 15, it has an option for immersive, so or spatial. So so when you take and Danny, you have one, right?
Yeah.
So when you take and I don't have the 15, but I've seen what Tony did. So he stood in a train station with the iPhone 15 recording the train coming onto the station. And so I played that video in my Apple Vision Pro. It's amazing, man. It's just like, you're standing there and the train's coming at you.
It feels like you're there.
Yeah. So you don't have that spatial recording option with your other phones, but the 15 has it. So if you do get one, Michael, that would be a good kind of companion to your Vision Pro.
Which is amazing because if you think about, not to get morbid or anything, but like, people pass away, and to have immersive videos of them, right? Yeah. Where you can put yourself, like Michael dropped, you put yourself and it feels like you're in the room with these people.
Maybe he's gone to buy his Apple phone now.
Went to go get he's on his Android, I think, and it dropped. Yeah. But like just the technology, the immersive video is going to be revolutionary, right? To put yourself back in a place like I'd love to be in the room with my grandparents and to think about having video footage of them and be able to like go into the space with them and feel like they're in the room with me is mind blowing.
Yeah, that's really incredible how that shows up, right? Did you see the video where you have this lady and this child were blowing out the candles on the cake, and it looks like, if they were your family, that'd be just a great way for a town to celebrate your kid's birthday. It's just so real, man.
Yeah. So how does your use of the Apple Vision Pro, inform your belief in Veve? Like where do you see now Veve fitting into this?
I mean, it's built for something like that, right? So the augmented reality is amazing. So right now you can augment the Veve app into your environment, but you can augment the Veve collectibles from the app into your other environment. That's something that has to, probably do some dev work on it. But if you have that ability to place your Spider-Man animated here, your Captain America animated here, your Miles Morales animated back there, put your London Police artwork in one place, put your Patrick Hughes artwork in one place, and you can experience them like that, and then put all comics. You can go to one room and just put all your comics and augment them, or just so that to me, the Apple Vision Pro, when you look at that technology, the AR side of it is amazing. The VR side, to the extent that you're able to watch future content immersively, and to the extent that you're able to explore Veveverse in that immersive manner, that would be really cool. I think that would be really Veveverse would be amazing in the Vision Pro. Building in it would be fun. And then reading comics is already just great. I mean, it's better than the app, because in the app, what you're doing is you're still pulling up, you're putting the comic in AR, right, on the floor or whatever. But the way you're exploring it is still very much in a controlled sort of a manner. But when you have the Apple Vision Pro, your comic's on the whole wall. And you just tap it and you can read it, You can read it. And it's through the app again still, but you can blow up your app as big as you want and just keep reading it. And the clarity and stuff is really good. I honestly believe that Veve will do very well in that environment, and people will get attracted to that type of experience, immersive experience.
Yeah. Do you guys actually read comics? I know you both collect them. Do you read them also?
I read some.
Yeah, I started collecting a couple of years ago, so now I do read them, and my sons, they like them too, so we read comics together now.
Yeah.
And Michael, you were a collector before Veve, or did Veve turn you into a collector?
Yeah, I was a collector when I was a kid. Moving here, lost most of my collection from Cuba, and started collecting again in Veve a couple of years ago. So yeah, turned back into collecting.
And now you're a master collector.
Yeah, I'm on track to reach level 100 February 29. So almost there.
And I know I saw you post about MCP points, and a little frustration there in terms of use case so far. What are your thoughts on MCP?
Well, I think it has been, we have been building, like people that truly believe in the MCP program, we have been building for a long time our points. So we were very excited to start using them, and it's finally here. And don't take that away from it, because that's the biggest thing that could have happened to us. So it's finally here, but I feel like a little bit of frustration from the drops that we've been getting, because we don't really see the use of the NCP point yet. When I'm going in a blind box and I'm spending 50,000 points for rare that is gonna go down in price immediately. So I like a really good drop that get us engaged, and the people at the top, like we're very competitive for those MCP points. Like Rolly is very competitive. Yeah. So have us fight over that item, like let us spend that 1,000,000 points that you want us to spend. So I want to see one drop like that. And it's gonna happen, it's just a matter of time.
Sanjay, you feel the same?
Michael said it well. to me, the MCP is just called the P right now. The MC is missing from the P. But David responded to Michael's post. Rev Alex responded to it. And then I've seen a couple of drops. One's a non-blind box come out. And then there's another one, which the Robocop one is one which sort of builds on a collecting mindset. I know that's not MCP specific, but overall, I love that theme of creating more value for different types of collecting. And Michael covered it really well, though.
So what do you want to see out of MCP points specifically?
So the drop season is a great start, but I really want to see other functions for the MCP points. I really want, like, I have been wanting Veve to create like they have their own IP, right? Yeah. So create something with that IP around it, and either use MCP points only for going after those. And I don't know, the physical comic that they just released, with the Veve logo. Let us bet points. At dinner with David at one point, like, let us bet points. Like, find all these other ways to have us use those points, because we have a lot of them and we want to use them. We want to see the value of it, behind every point. And value for me is not, I don't want to make money out of it. I just want to get something out of it.
So I mostly agree with what Michael's saying here, but I have I'm same thing, but I'm looking at it from a slightly different lens, which is, look, Bazoji Man is right on top, right, with his 40,000 or whatever it is, but Dr. Profit has less, but higher value stuff. So I want Veve to basically have like a, 1 of 5 kind of a situation, or 1 of 1 type of situation, where to qualify, you've got to have like more than 20,000 collectibles or something. So, a Dr. Rolex who's sitting at 17,000 collectibles is just like, this sucks. I really need to buy another 3,000 so I can qualify. And so then he's going, Dr. Rolex has this deep desire to buy more. Michael feels like, oh shit, I'm left out. So it's not just about him spending his points. I want these guys to achieve a higher level. Obviously, these guys are level 100 already, so that's different, right? But then if you think about the next level down, right, there should be some drops which are, you have to be level 100, right? And this is not even like a big drop, whatever. This is like artwork. Or maybe there's like 10 secret rares drop that are kept aside. And what happened is the guy who is at 95, 96 level, 97 level, 98 level, these guys are buying hundreds and hundreds of comics to hit level 100 fast so they can qualify. There should be some drops where you have to have a level 75 to kind of play in some space, right? Now, how does everybody else benefit from this, right? The way everybody else benefits from this is when those guys buy all these comics and collectibles, your entire value, the whole ecosystem gets chewed up, and the prices rise and you benefit. And I'm not saying that this type of stuff should sit only at 175 and stuff. Then they should have something at even the level 25 or diamond, whatever, bronze or whatever that level is, right? They should have some things that are only for that level. So if you are short, like even Master Collector, they should have some things just for Master Collector level. So if you are short, or if you're going in and out of that Master Collector level, guess what you're doing? You're buying stuff to get, and you never want to fall back, because the more people buy, the harder it is to get into it. If you don't buy, but everybody else buys, you're no longer Master Collector because your points are not qualifying. So to me, that would be a way in which, because the way it's set up right now is you use your points, you make it a drop, and if you get the drop, 1 in 25 chance of a secret rare. That's not driving any behavior of collecting. Neither is it incenting collectors, nor is it driving any behavior for collecting. is just driving the master collectors like Michael completely crazy.
Unless they have more frequent big drops, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just it should be all over the spectrum, right? There could be some where it's like this, the way they've been doing it, but at the end of the day, the goal has to be that you want every collector to aspire to collect a little bit more. Every collector through the entire scape from level 0 to level 100 plus. Everybody, it's not about how many points they burn. It's the qualification to play.
Yeah.
And then obviously once they play, you got to make them happy. You got to, once they put their points, don't deny them, man. Like somebody's used 1,000,000 points, 50,000 points, give them, make them happy, So anyway, that's my take on it.
My question is it like how sustainable? Like at what point though? Because then you have to like keep feeding the whales, right, in order to keep them.
No, everybody, every level.
I know everybody. I'm talking about like the collectors who really go hard, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about incentivizing people to accrue big collections and have a lot of points.
Yeah.
How sustainable is it though, unless you're getting more and more people into Veve?
But see, that's the whole point. If everybody in Veve that has less than 5 collectibles buys 5 more, if everybody that has 10 gets to 25, everybody that has 25 gets to 50, and you keep doing that like that, including Rolly, who needs to get to 20K collectibles, and Michael, who needs to get to 20K or whatever, and if everybody at that level kind of chews out the market, the prices go up. When the prices go up, guess what happens?
Yeah,
new users look at this app and say, "Oh my God, if I buy a $6.99 comic, there's nothing left in the market. The price is all up. There's no commons, uncommons left because people are chewing them out." And so that brings in new people. That's how you bring in people.
I think the key is providing value, right?
And that's just one of the mechanisms, right? At the end of the day, you don't want somebody who hates comics to come in and just collect comics because he can get a comic and sell it for $100 and take whatever $60 and go home, right? That's fine, but in the long term, that's not your long-term customer, right? That's a very short-term game. So you want to bring in collectors, but at the same time, you want to gamify it for collectors. Well, you're right, Danny.
Remember the reason that got me going for MCP, because I have never been able to get a drop here during those days a while back. I just couldn't. I went months and months without getting a drop. And I was like, there have to be a way. And that's when MCP, I started reading into it. It's like, okay, I'm going to be playing this game and I want to go for MCP program very heavy to guarantee that I get a drop. So I'm glad that that is there now, because I know that I will miss another drop again. But we need to, if we have the level of engagement that we have back then, right now, more people going for the drops, the values don't drop immediately on those collectibles, then MCP will definitely have some value there. That's why I think that until that engagement comes back, there have to be a secondary incentive in there. And I watched Sanjay's interview with NFT Pirates. That interview was, man, if you guys haven't seen it, please go see it, because it's extremely good. And you talk about this engagement part of people buying and growing, and I completely agree with you. I mean, we need to see those comics start disappearing. I mean, $1 something comic for points. People should be able to get those right now.
But do you think there's something to be said of, so it's been documented, right, that obviously there's been a bear market, there's been macro environment, the users are down compared to month over month. They're pretty much down. There's some upticks here and there, right? But overall, demand has decreased, but supply has increased relative to the demand. Do you think they need to totally reset the supply in order to not juice it, but just like Michael said, right? You don't want to buy something. You're not incentivized to buy something if it's underwater right away. You at least want, the rare to be, even if the common goes underwater, you want the rare to be above water.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in case by case, depending on the collectible and the things that you're dropping. So, like for example, the Stormtrooper one, that they just did a while ago.
Yeah.
So for me, that drop should have been way more mints with way less price.
Yeah.
Right. And they probably would have sold them all because everybody wants to have an army of those things.
Right.
So I think it comes down to each drop and what it entitles. So lately, I think they're doing a pretty decent job, though. They have been sold out. Like the comic from today, people were banking that it wouldn't sold. I myself bought 20 because I couldn't buy any more. That was the limit.
What, 20?
Yeah, I reached 20, and that was it. That was the end of it. And I didn't lose money on it. Because the comic went up. I got a couple ultra rares or stuff like that, so I didn't lose any money on it. But I think it comes down to each individual drop. Yes, a case study for each drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at how did Blade do today? I didn't get a chance to look at that. Or that drops tomorrow? Oh, that didn't drop yet. That drops tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened, man? Like, you got me there.
I thought it was in 2 hours and it's 2 days.
No, today was the Spider-Verse number one.
Yeah. I'm in a time warp.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think, and one thing that I've been talking about a lot over the last year is they have an opportunity to increase demand by managing supply. And I think if they did that more efficiently, that then that increases the demand and people go for the drops, and then the MCP points become really valuable, like you said, Michael.
Yeah.
Danny, I'm telling you, man, I'm super disappointed with this whole stream, man. It's all going to shit. What? Every time I've come on your channel, you ask me about Omi, and I always tell you I'm waiting. Brother, I finally bought more Omi.
Let's go! I was waiting. I know. Now it's old news. You have Omi.
No Omi.
I bought Omi. Tony bought Omi. And Rolly was on the verge of buying Omi. So
nice. How much you have now?
Oh, brother, don't even ask. It's about another 5 million. So I have 15 now. So
15?
But yeah, I have 15. But I'm going to add, obviously the price has gone up quite drastically. But I'm going to pick up more, man. I'm more convinced about the success of Omi. And I've got my hand in a few other kind of things, right? I've got WorldCoin, I've got Avalanche, I've got.
What was the first one you said?
WorldCoin.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
AVAX, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of those. I've got Immutable and stuff. So at some point, I'm going to exit those and move the money into Omi. So that will be a good day as well. But it's all timing. So, but anyway, look, man, like it was a good kind of for a couple of days on the Omi side as well.
Omi had a nice pop recently, up 80%, I think, in the last few weeks, finally popping off of back a race to zero.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you, man, by the way. The MCP chat was great too, man.
Yeah, I've been holding Omi for a long time now, and it's not going anywhere. I forgot that I had Omi. I just put it aside and I don't even look at it. But I was really praying for like a 0.4, 0.3 to like really get a lot more, but it never broke that 0.5. It was always like a really strong core there.
What were your last buys at, Michael?
About a 0.6.
Okay. Yeah, I bought it at 0.7, and in the 5 range also, in the 6 range also.
I did too.
Yeah.
You guys have it staked?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Michael, you don't have 10 million in the app for the bronze ticket?
Oh, I have 1 million. That's it.
1 million?
Yeah, 1 million. Yeah.
This guy's gonna get left behind, man. You're gonna get left behind by all these guys.
Michael, you're gonna cry. When they give out the bronze ticket, and we're standing in line with the bronze ticket, Michael. Yeah. You're going to cry, brother.
What kind of master collector is this guy?
Do it, brother.
Get to 100.
So the way I treat Omi as an investment, so I fully want to have it there and sell it immediately if I need to.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? That's smart because crypto moves so fast. And I was thinking, if Omi got to a penny, right?
Yeah,
which is very conceivable.
Yep.
That's $100,000 people would have staked if they stake 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 million,
and 5 cents would be what, $500,000 staked?
Yeah.
First of all, you're not staking anything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not staking anything.
Semantics.
If you're unhappy, you can take it out right now.
Yeah.
You're not, it's just you don't get the bronze ticket or whatever, so you're all good, man. So it's not like your regular staking. You're not paying any penalty and stuff like that.
You just got to bridge it back.
Yeah. So you can do all that pretty fast. I mean, you can unbridge the bridge. You know what I mean?
You know what? I only have 4 million. I only have 4 million in there also, Michael. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But look, when you get that bronze ticket, guys, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do with it, is my belief. I don't know for sure, but they've been talking about this damn thing for a long time, and we've waited for a long time. So whenever there's a line to use the bronze ticket, brother, I want my full quota of bronze tickets.
But right now, I mean, I think eventually I would think the bronze tickets are going to be used for more spots in line, right? To go for drops. They said crafting. So I'm hoping we get to craft an Omi collectible with some stuff. And then buying back more MCP points. What else would you expect out of bronze tickets?
Man, I don't know. Just give me a secret rare, with that. Because if I had to buy Omi and spend like a half hour watching a video to bridge it and then put it in the app and then put up with all the drama that I did for the period of time, I deserve a secret rare for my first bronze ticket. Everybody who has a bronze ticket should get some secret rare. Maybe like Veve has a gold logo, like the Veve gold logo. There's like a card with the red circle on it, which says, signed by David and Dan, that says, thank you, FA, whatever, blah, 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 secret rare. And that would be freaking incredible. That would be incredible, brother. That's what I want. I want a gold logo like Omi logo from my first bronze ticket. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
I think, like Pixel says here, I mean, under the original plan, they talked about gold tickets, silver tickets, and the gold tickets ensured secret rare, limited secret rare airdrops if you had delegated it, whatever you stated, for a certain amount of time, a year, whatever it is.
Well,
but they're not doing those yet, right? They're not doing the silver and gold yet, right? Just bronze.
They haven't said. Yeah, I mean, they've just been rolling it out piece by piece. And the secret rare Omi symbol would be dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so if brother, if Veve is listening, anybody from Veve is listening, or they ever catch this, man, or maybe somebody can record this clip or whatever it is, and we can play it. So maybe we want. All three of us can say it together, right?
What do we want?
We want an Omi logo.
Yeah.
Omi logo.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. We want an Omi logo, right?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
We want an Omi logo. That wasn't in sync, guys. Come on, that was awful.
Let's do it again. Don't cut that part. Cut this other part.
We want an Omi logo.
For real.
We want an Omi logo. Now. Like now.
Throw some gold on
it. That's really what I want, for real, out of my staking.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's on the table. I think that'll happen.
Yeah. But look, I think it's very exciting. When you think about the utility part of the whole Omi related to Veve, that's amazing. The fact that you can bring in Omi into the app and you get points for it, and then you get tickets, and those tickets are usable to get certain things. Obviously, it's not right now, but in the next quarter. To me, that's nice utility when you have Omi to NFT, which the team has said that's
key.
They're working on. To me, that's a very big deal. There's a lot of people with a lot of Omi. I'm not sure if they want to spend that Omi on a NFT or whatever. But if you think about how markets work, it's all speculators. None of these guys are like, investor types who want to hold it forever and ever, right? So whenever Omi goes up in the cycle, bull market cycle, they'll keep the Omi. And then when things kind of stagnate a little bit, they'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to dip from the Omi into the NFT side for a little bit. Let me ride the NFTs up. And then after that, when the market's heating up again, let me get it back into Omi. So that cycle of
Arbitrage.
To me, that would be charging up the ecosystem a lot more, and it might be in phases or spurts or whatever it is. But that'd be great. That's great utility, man. Think about it. That's amazing. Which other shitcoin do you guys have, or coin that you have, or anything that you have that you can use to buy art and buy Disney stuff, and you can buy all kinds of specialized stuff? Like which other coin?
The question is
maybe Sandbox or whatever, but even that, who's in those boxes anyway?
Yeah, no one's there.
My point. Exactly.
But the question is when.
Yeah, but I think so. Veve, I don't think they talk about these things now lightly, right? If you notice, you ask them questions about when is this happening, they won't tell you. So mostly they tell you only after they implement it, or in very rare cases they'll tell you if they're very certain that it's going to happen. That still means it couldn't happen, but I've seen a very high probability correlation between saying things now and getting things done. So unless something very big happens, I think we're getting OMI to NFT the next quarter, I think, for sure. That'd be
I mean, I'm thinking I would think like fourth quarter more, but I'm conditioned.
Really?
I've been conditioned by them to wait. So
that's true.
I kind of bake in more time because I don't want to be
all right.
let down. Go ahead, Michael.
Do you see it as a buying and selling? Like you can buy with OMI and sell with OMI?
Yeah.
Like
on secondary.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's going to be. And I think that there will be arbitrage between the two, like you just said, Sanjay. If OMI goes to a penny and now all of a sudden people have millions of OMI, they have, 6 figures, they're not going to have much, they won't have any hesitation to go buy some Todds, some of the Grails, and there aren't a lot of them to, raise those floors up. And then, like you said before, that drives in more.
OMI goes to a penny, Randy's going to buy up all the mighties. So I'm buying all the mighties and sell them to Randy.
You're going to buy some alligators probably.
So you're going to find, the strategy now is to find all these OMI whales and see what they like. Have a few partner statues for Dr. Prophet, have some mighties for Randy. We got to find all these guys, right? Danny, what do you like, brother?
I like just individual. I like Star Wars stuff. Okay. I like the Grails, like Todd, Superman. I don't have like the partner statue. I sold the majority of my collectibles when Bitcoin was at the bottom to buy Bitcoin at like 18,000, 15,000. And so I started buying back a couple months ago, but right now I'm really focused on crypto. That's my focus. I'm going to circle back to some of the collectibles when these things pop off, which I think a lot of people might do.
It's very cool. And then I'm probably going to be on Jordan's channel next month sometime. So I got to find out what Jordan likes. He's got a little OMI too, right? I need to know what to sell to him. Jordan Riz, right?
He'll buy anything. Jordan buys it all, man.
Jordan wants a gold logo. I'm gonna have to.
Those like 8K now, right?
Yeah, 8K. They're going up.
I go to him and say, "Hey, Jordan,
Jordan will buy it."
It's only 10K.
You know what? His Epico Regal coin just went up 100% in the last week.
Yeah, I know about the Epico coin.
Yeah, he can flip some of that into the logo, which I would like a logo, but they're getting up there now.
Getting up there, brother. They are getting up there.
Yeah. But Campa, what do you like to collect?
Everything. Everything. I have a hard time picking and choosing. I like the small artist stuff. I really like all the small artist collections that are there. But yeah, I collect everything, man. I go after everything that I can get my hands on. In Veve and in real life, with comics and coins and stamps and whatever you can think of. I have.
And Sanjay, you're the same? You buy everything?
I don't buy everything. I buy a lot of stuff. I'm more of a comics guy, so I pick up a lot of the secret rare comics. I pick up some of the rares and the ultra rares as well. I do like to go for the drops, so on the comics. So I actually do hit the buy now, like Michael said, even for the drops that don't really sell out.
Everything you go for.
Like Marvel, Tarzan, all that stuff. So I like Tarzan. I grew up reading a lot of Tarzan comics, so I do that as well. And then collectibles, I like having the sets. I like to have one of each. There's a few things that I might have more than one on the collectible side, but usually But even that's stopped now because it's so expensive to have everything right on the app. Some of these things just out of the gate are like $1,000 or $2,000. Doesn't always make sense to go pick those up. But if there's a set that's $100, $150, I'll go get it and put it in. To me, those are all things that will do very well in the Veveverse. And I particularly like the first comic, Marvel Comics 1, first collectible Todd, first stamp. Probably will anything else first on the app, I would pick up, stack quite a bit off. So those are also kind of very interesting for me.
Yeah, we got a question here from Veve Viral. He wants me to trick you into telling us about potential Disney investment.
What Disney investment is he talking about, brother?
I don't
know. He knows something. Okay. No.
I don't know what Viral's talking about, man.
Brother, you get me into trouble. Let me just not say anything, man.
Yeah, we'll try later. Maybe if you open some wine later, we'll revisit the conversation.
Yeah. That's funny.
You guys still playing the MCP game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I have been a little bit hands off as of a couple months ago. I haven't been buying as much, but because I got to a good spot, I'm making like 7,000 points a day. I think that's a good for me.
Michael,
right
are you
now.
level 100 now? You are. Right?
I'm turning. Yeah, this month I'm gonna be level 100. Yes.
Okay, I'm turning level 100 next month.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
I'm not burning my points, man. I want to hit level 100.
How many people are at level 100?
I would like to know that. I have no idea.
I asked the question. So I know that. So the people that I know are level 100 are Prophet, Rolex,
Grubba.
Sats. I don't know about Sats. Possibly Sats. Grubba for sure.
Yeah, Coronel Stats. He's 100.
Colonel Stats got to be right. He's got a very.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Stats got to be there. I don't know who else. There's a bunch of others. But look, you heard it here first. So I'm actually the hat that Michael's wearing. I got those made for New York Comic Con. The black with the Veve gold logo with the mint number, the gold logo mint number. So most of the US people have that. I'm getting those made now for the international people. Some more US people as well who kind of came in late. But I asked my supplier to give me 10 white hats with the Veve gold and silver logo with level 100 written on it.
Nice.
Just 10. So obviously one's for me. Rolly will have one. Michael, one's for you.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Prophet. He'll get one.
Yeah.
And Grubba for sure will get one. And Danny, you're not level 100 as yet, right?
No, I'm like level 20, but that's only like an 80 level difference, man.
Yeah.
But we gotta deserve a hat.
But anybody else who's level 99, stop buying up fast. Go.
Run.
I'm not kidding. Once those 10 are gone, they're gone. End of story.
Yeah, I asked Omi Deliburn to try to figure out how many people are there, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet about it. He was going to look into it, but I'm really interested in knowing how many people have crossed that level 100. And it would be really cool if Veve dropped like a logo or like a something, like a stamp, something that it says you reach level 100. And it would be cool if they even did it in order. So if Dr. Prophet got there first, here would be like number one and number like the top 100 or something like that. That would be so cool.
That would be so cool, Michael. That would be so cool. But more stuff like that. Veve should do more stuff like that. This is all unofficial merch, right? So Veve should do more stuff like that for master collectors and level 50 and diamond ones, and like you get a pin or something like that, and both physical and digital.
Yeah. Do you think they will? Why do you think they haven't done that? Because they could have. Like, one of the things that I've said is, you guys have been waiting specifically for MCP points. There could have been like placeholders along the way, right, to reward people. Do you think they kind of dropped the ball in that regard?
I personally, I always wanted to see more for that. I don't know if they dropped the ball. I think they focused on getting the MCP working correctly first. It took forever, right? I mean, if you don't have the right MCP points and level, what's the point of doing all this? Like, then you're just creating chaos. So I think they're focused on the right things to get all the ranks and the levels and the points and all that set up. I think they did well to, despite all the criticism from all the master collectors and stuff, they did well to kind of test it in a simple manner with drops and how you use it and stuff. But to me, that's the next iteration of it, where you have just, you use the MCP ranks and levels to give people digital, physical access, control the access to things as well as what you give them, and to create that demand. And so that's the next step. And I think they're doing it. They'll get there. Eventually they'll get there. The physical side is a little more challenging for VV2, right? Like the amount of, I'm just doing 100 hats. And New York was easy because it was for pickup. So I just got all of them made, people paid, and got it shipped there. I didn't even carry it. It shipped there to the location, and just everybody took it, right? Yeah. This one now I have to ship internationally, and I'm a little nervous about the whole thing already. So I think for Veve to take on that type of magnitude of stuff, physical stuff, may be hard right now. But maybe they have a partner that does it or something. That could be an option, right?
I heard, two things. In the space today, Alex said that Tarzan comic is coming. So Sanjay, be ready for it. Another one's coming. And then he also was talking about hiring somebody from the gaming space to look at the MCP program and do some gamification to the MCP program. And that would be really cool if they can have somebody from the space sleeping.
So this is a sleeping hat, by the way. Always kind of big thank you to Sleepin. So this is his secret rare hat. There's only 6 of them.
6? How'd you get one of those?
Special.
Oh, brother, he spins the wheel. The guy who never hits a secret rare on any drop won the Sleepin Comics lottery, man. So, but big thank you to Sleepin. I'm a big fan of his. Very, very bright guy, very sharp guy. Knows his.
He's one of my favorite guys in the community. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Sleepin, man, and he does cool stuff. So super. But I just wanted to, promote the merch here from Sleepin.
Mike, you just mentioned the gamification of MCP points, and what do you think that would look like or could look like?
Man, I really have no idea, and I really hope they surprise us with it because I don't know what it will look like, but it's very needed. A good gamification program for the MCP, and that's how I always envision it. Like a really, really. So when people come to the app, and they start looking at that program, they can have some fun with it. Not just the drops. I mean, that was just because it's what it was happening at the time. And what was happening at the time is what they were catering to, that no one was getting any drops. So they figured out a way to do that. But that's not what it should be. The MCP should be a really big core of Veve. So, and that's how I envision it. That's why I went so heavy on it.
Yeah. Informant has a question here. Talking about the elephant in the room. Apple and Google Play 30% each on gems sold. And I do think that, I do think this is crippling long term, obviously, right?
That's changed now, right?
Say it again.
That's changed, right? If you buy the gems from the PWA, you don't pay the 30%.
Correct. Well, that's one way around it. Is on the web app.
I don't buy gems from the app or regular app anymore, the native app anymore. Very rarely if I'm on the road somewhere. But even that, today when I loaded gems in my web app, the PWA, the Progressive Web App, basically said, would you like to save your information here? So the next time, because the big pain was always pulling out your card and typing it in and this and that and stuff. So now it's an auto login. It's your card's already saved there, so the friction's out. But the point was, it hurt Veve for a long time. I asked for a PWA like a year and a half ago. I was saying, please get a PWA, But anyway, now we're there.
But do they promote it enough? Because here, Informant's asking the question. I think a large majority of the people, I would think, still use the convenience of the app.
We don't know that, right? I'd love to know the stats on it. So that would be a good thing to find out what percentage of the gems that are loaded on a daily basis on average over the last 1 week come in, or 1 month come in from the native app versus the progressive web app. And that'll be interesting to understand for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing is, I don't think Veve can promote that.
Because then they run the risk of damaging their relationship.
Use this app here to save the 30% Apple tax. That I don't think is, I think that might be creating trouble. So you can do what you want, but you cannot promote that. Yeah, I think there's an issue there. But the question is a good one. And this is one where non-paid community members or promoters and influencers can create a lot of awareness, on this space. And but it's a great question, though. It's a fantastic question. If you ever load gems in the app, don't use the native app. And in the long term, it pays off, because hopefully Veve lowers the cash out. Like, I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Instead of that 10% on cash out, take that down. Lower the minimum threshold and look, none of us work for Veve. We're all on the other side of this. It benefits everybody. I mean, I'm not pulling money out or anything, but someday, right? And I think we should all universally not give up. I mean, we're very happy with 500 things with Veve, but we should all continuously push the agenda that says, guys, the minimum has to come down so every collector can benefit from it, and two, the fee has to come down, especially now that there's a web app, and a lot of us are using it. I mean, Michael, I don't know if you still use the native app or what, man.
Yeah, I use the web app for buying gems on the store. Yeah,
and I know a lot of people do too. So maybe some of the newer users don't know about it, and they don't. But in my humble opinion, a lot of the big users, like all the guys who load a lot of gems into the app, are using the web app. They're not doing the at least everybody that I know is not. We can run a poll on it.
Yeah,
that'd be a good poll to run. By the way, Inform Mint.
And Sleepman's got a good thing. Imagine this for master collectors: if Veve were to sell the artist proof for each collectible, right? Imagine only master collectors have the ability to, pick up a one-of-one Todd artist proof.
I love that idea. Love that idea.
That'll be sweet.
There's so many so many ways that they can go with this. Did you guys see yesterday? You know George from Cryptos R Us? Are you familiar with the channel?
I didn't know who he was, but I did see Randy posted about it. So I took a look at, and I kept forwarding till he hit the Veve topic. He's just big into Bitcoin, and he's got his big things, and he's got his portfolio with all the little stuff. And he's smart in his own way, in that he spends most of his time on the big things, and on the little stuff, he spends a little bit of time, and he knows a little bit of knowledge on it. Somebody asked him, he said, "Well, I don't know much, but blah blah blah. I don't know much, but blah blah blah."
Yeah,
I don't think he gives a shit too.
He promoted Veve a little last cycle. Yeah, I think it was paid promotion where he promoted Veve and Omi a bit, and the Marvel. And he spoke. I don't know if it was paid, because I know that when the Marvel announcement happened, Omi came up and he talked about Omi in a positive light, saying they just got the Marvel partnership.
Yeah.
So there was a point where he, but then this was his quote from yesterday. He said he doesn't know how Veve got all that IP, and Omi's not coming back this cycle. What would you say to George if this was his stream?
Man, it's like learn, brother, learn. Like, it's cool to say you don't know, but why not have the intellectual curiosity to go figure out why did they get it? And what's the roadmap for it? So I would, guys like him, I wouldn't, I personally don't take much advice from people like that. I think that people who have Omi should have the confidence that, look, eventually the token will speak for itself. You don't need all these influencers like these guys. Yeah. When the token falls into the right cycle, with the utility has started flowing a lot more, the token price are rising, more exchanges, all these guys will jump on the bandwagon, right? And until then, you guys should just have the confidence to don't sweat it. I don't know if his followers are going to dump Omi. Anybody that has Omi is not going to dump based on what he said. It's just that the people who don't have Omi are not super excited to pick it up, which is fine. They have to find out the right way. I'm just never about these types of promotions, notwithstanding Andre Jick talking highly about Omi and then people buying it. But the guy actually knew about Omi, right?
Mm-hmm.
He studied it. I'd much rather have an influencer or one of these guys who actually studies the token, understands it, and then talks about it in an intelligent manner. Like this guy is always going to talk about Bitcoin. I've seen all his streams. He's going to talk about Bitcoin. He's going to talk about Gensler. He's going to talk about a couple of things with NVIDIA and this, that, and the other. And then some, the next couple of tokens. And then there's going to be this also RAM. Yeah. Don't it wasn't bothering me. I know Randy's kind of worked up about it. Doesn't bother me much, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but they got the license, but they're holding to it and they're growing with those partnerships. So it's incredible. Like if I mean, they're holding down to it. Like it has been years, and maybe Disney, Marvel are banking on Veve and what they're building on. So that is no fun in there.
This is a perfect exercise for Doctor of Stuff. So like Doctor of Stuff should go to that guy's feed and bang out like a very thorough saying, thank you very much for your question about how they get these licenses, blah, blah, blah. A little bit about Omi. Hey, I understand you may not have an opportunity. Don't wait to get him on your stream and shit. Just keep banging out in a stream and then we'll all go and like it and then he'll follow it, And they'd be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure. Now he's I don't follow Cryptos R Us. Like you said, he's just sticks to the big cap stuff. He doesn't really know what he's talking about. So I wouldn't put much stock in it.
Yeah. I actually felt bad for the guy when he was talking about his portfolio. He has $27,000 portfolio. He puts $100 every time. He's like, this one went up 10%. This one's down. This one's down. Oh, this one didn't do well. All these other things. Like, dude, like if you'd come to me, I would have told you to buy Avalanche or Immutable. Like last year, he might have made more money than you did. But I'm just kidding though. He's a very smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He's
done well for himself because he was early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna make a lot of money. I'm just teasing. But just what he showed me in his account that day wasn't like.
What did he have? Litecoin? What did he have in there? Like Litecoin or something like that?
He had a lot of stuff, man. He was buying like every time he puts $100 in, he buys $30 or something, $20 or something, adds up 20 more. So he's got that sort of big portfolio with small positions in lots and lots of stuff. And so, and he'll just kind of every week he'll look at what's pumping and what's not, and he'll make his decisions based on that, and he'll sell. And so he's sort of, he's got this community of people who watch him buying and selling and stuff. Overall, maybe he's made a lot of money somewhere, sometime. But what he showed me for a first-time listener to his show, what he showed me, he wasn't making that much, man. It was like, dude, like, I think I'm, sorry, brother, I might have made more on the Marvel comic ones than you did. Even in a bear market. And I might have actually made more money on Immutable and Avalanche.
Do you guys
lost more money on Omi?
Right. Do you guys think that music is coming anytime soon?
Music vertical?
Yeah.
I heard it is, so I don't know the details, but
yeah. The other day I was listening to a Bad Bunny song on YouTube that it was fully made by AI, and it had as many views as any of the songs that he has original. Mm-hmm. So I am wondering if at one point, like, music is gonna be released like in an NFT setup, like 1 million songs at 99 cents. It's owned, it's copyrighted, it goes through the right channels, it goes through the licenses, it goes, let's say it's Veve, the gateway to do that. Now you know that is the original song, because AI is going to disrupt the whole industry.
Yeah, but I think that, you have access to pretty much free music right now through like platforms like Apple Music, right? So that's what I wonder is what would a music vertical look like?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like for right now, when AI
on blockchain, so you know what's real and what's not real.
Right. The artists are protected in the sense that their creations are original and they're not duplicated by AI or whatever. So I can, in the thousands of songs that are gonna be for Snoop Dogg created by AI, you go and you find the one at that one place that you know that is the real deal, that it was made by him. So I have been breaking my head around music too because I like music a lot, and I'm just trying to figure out what it's gonna look like in the future.
I think somehow I think that we'll get the Ron English music and the jukebox in the next. I think by end of March we should have it. Is my sense. I had a conspiracy theory that they'll do it during South by Southwest around that time, but I don't.
You don't think? Yeah, you don't think so?
I don't know. I don't know that. Maybe, but I reached out to Ron. I told him, "Hey, I'm going to South by Southwest. You come in." His response to me was, "I'm coming to Dallas in end of March." Well, South by Southwest is the middle of March. So, are you coming there? I don't know.
Does a music vertical necessarily need to be tied to Ron English?
Not the vertical, but I think that would be the starting drop. I mean,
the jump off.
Yeah, Ron for me is just like he's like the OG amongst the artists on Veve, right? So he's the guy who came on right up early on into this ecosystem. I think he might have been David's first protocol when David was even building the app and stuff, right? So he's the guy who's gifted all the stuff. He was the first. When you talk about airdrop, Ron did the first airdrop. Ron English did the first airdrop for holding the serial killers. And then after that, he's done multiple airdrops to gold logo holders. This is just giving stuff away, man, like to people. So I can't think of a better person whose music comes out as the first piece of music in this jukebox that they drop. I don't know exactly how it'll work, the jukebox and stuff. I mean, I've just read what David said or whoever said in the New Zealand article, right?
Yeah, and what was that? Can you? I don't remember.
I don't know the details, but it said basically it's talked about like jukeboxes, and then it talked about digital vinyl covers with digital vinyl LPs, something to that effect. I don't recollect, but somebody who's listening right now can find that and send it to you, or I can look it up for sure.
Yeah.
And to me, it felt like it was a March Q1 thing sometime. And people, they keep shifting priorities up and down. Who knows what goes on within Veve, right? They probably have some other licensor stuff, or Veve or something else got prioritized, or Marvel, some drop got moved up, or something got bumped down, or some quality of some collectible needed to be reworked, or who knows, right? We don't know all these things. So, but super excited, man. I'm gonna buy a lot of those jukeboxes depending on how they do it, and the music too. So that'll be like just like a Marvel one or a first stamp. That's for me, man.
So you think it'll be like a vinyl cover with the ability to play the record?
Yeah, I don't know. That'll be my guess. I mean, Davis talked about it that's how it works in his dream, right? He's talked about it before as well. Like, how would it work? This and put it in a vinyl in a jukebox.
So I'm thinking, like, how would it work in terms of like securing music? You'd have to have a deal with the record companies, yeah?
Well, I don't know, man. That'd be kind of my guess too. That'd be my guess too.
What vinyls do you want, Campa? You want Bad Bunny?
No.
What do you want, man?
Man, I love me some the Beatles. Like I'm a very old soul, so I like old music. So any of those from back then, yeah.
How about you, Sanjay?
I would love to see the Beatles as well as the first one. I have the Beatles Abbey Road first edition LP.
Man,
so I bought it. It was a bet I took. I said, if Veve ever did music as a vertical, which would be the first kind of. Obviously, he's doing Ron English, so I was wrong. But I got that one.
Man.
What's that worth?
Not much. I mean, a couple $100. It's not in the perfect condition or something, and not all that stuff. So, Yeah, a couple $100, my guess.
Yes, OG Vault's got a video on that.
There you go.
And Sleeping asked, did you get the Spider-Verse #1 today?
Yes, I bought the. So that for me was I hit the buy now. Unlike Michael, I hit it 7 times. I got 4 commons and 3 uncommons.
Okay.
So it was, just like that makes my mood go completely sour every time I hit the buy now 7 times. I'm like 7 times, and they still couldn't give me at least 1 rare. Anyway, then I went to the market and I bought the secret rare. Okay. Somebody was selling like a 300 or 400 mint secret rare for like 150 right after the drop, and I was like, no question, I'm just getting it right now. Yeah. I don't care if the price falls to 50 gems. 150 is a good price. I'm taking it right now. And the market, I think it's now the floor itself is like 160 or 170. Yeah. And I have like a low 3-digit mint for like 150 or whatever. So that was a good one. And I really love the ultra rare comic cover. Yeah. Does anybody know who the artist on that one is? It was very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I hit it 20 times. I got 8 commons, 7 uncommons, 3 rares, and 2 ultra rares. No secret rare.
Oh my god. That was terrible, Michael. I know you're laughing and stuff, but no secret rares, man.
No secret rare in 20.
Master collector?
No. But that's my luck. I usually have to pay for things that I want. Yeah, that's my luck right there.
You should have to pay for them. You're right.
Yeah.
You should have to pay for them. You're right.
At the beginning of the stream here, Sanjay, you said that the ingredients were put in, now the water's boiling, but the ingredients started 9 to 10 months ago.
Yeah.
Where do you see us? Started. Yeah, the heat started, right? Where do you guys see us 9 to 10 months from now?
9 to 10 months from now, I think we get into a better economic cycle. Right? I think there's improvement because this interest rate has to thaw at some point in time. They can't continue like this. It's been going on for a long time. I think towards the end of the year starts thawing, which opens up the market. So that's so a little bit more money in the every time interest rates go up, the disposable income people have drops, right? So that goes up. I think in this next run, I don't know if it's 9 to 10 months, but this Web3 starts taking off. I'm not saying it's going to be a super, everybody's got something for immersive with VR and stuff, but I think AR starts becoming a lot more popular with the Ray-Ban Meta and with all of those things. There's other things that will come with AR starts becoming a little more. So I think Veve fits into that as well. I think Veve's marketing kind of picks up. I think they're getting set to, because they've got a lot of good development done. They've got a good app. They've got a good web app. Payments seem to work. MCP is there. They're going to refine that. They're getting all this influencer stuff. They've got some good partnerships and all that. Veveverse starting. So, with anything, there'll be some glitches and stuff, right? So my sense is that by end of the year, things really start picking up, and we'll see how that all plays out. But personally, I think a lot more people start coming into Veve and enjoying some of the light stuff in Veve.
Yeah. Michael, how about you?
Yeah, I think so you said it excellent, and I think also it's looking up like we're got a bull run here for crypto, which always brings more eyes and people's gains go up. Oh. So more people will go into Veve and more eyes will come along. So I think that will play a big part on it too. I just hope that everything that Sanjay has said is implemented by then when the next cycle really kicks in. But I think they are. I think they have a good team in place now. It seems that they are leasing, they are building. So I think they will be there. They will be there.
I think the piece that I missed maybe would be, I think in 10 months, OMI is much better integrated into the Veve ecosystem, meaning a lot more people see the value of having OMI in the app to get the tickets. And I think even like people like Michael that have a lot of means, wait till the first bronze ticket comes out. Michael's going to say, you were right. I should have done it February 22nd. I should have actually done it on January 1st. But I think that continues. People with any amount of OMI, whether it's 500,000 or 1 million or 5 million, a lot more people move OMI into the app, a lot more people start buying things with, hopefully, I hope they have OMI to NFT. But to me, in 10 months, I see a lot more of that happening as well, and really make me very happy. And if it doesn't happen, I would genuinely be disappointed that it's not happened at that point in time.
Yeah. Michael, how are you positioned for the bull run?
So I think I told you my story about Bitcoin.
It's a good story. Do you want to share it? It's a good story. Or no?
So a long time ago, so I'm from Cuba, and to send money to Cuba, you will lose a lot of money because the government will keep a big chunk. And the only way to send money to Cuba back in those days, 2009, 2010, 11, those years, you'll have to send money through Western Union. So, and that was the only way, and government would take a big chunk of. So I was looking for a way around that. I was like, there has to be a way to send money that the government doesn't keep it. So I was looking at Bitcoin way down the future, way down the future. Because in Cuba, people didn't have internet back then, barely have cell phones back then. So I was buying Bitcoin to send it over to Cuba, and then to create like a network when people would buy and sell Bitcoin. Well, that never took off, but I was able to hold to my Bitcoin from back in the day.
Thank God, that's a good story. You didn't buy a pizza with your Bitcoin or something like that, right?
No pizza. No.
Do you remember what you paid for them? The Bitcoin? Do you remember what you paid for your Bitcoin?
So I remember I bought in the 2 digits, like 80, 150, $200 in that range.
Jesus Christ! Wow.
When did you sell it?
I have been exchanging. I sold some, but I am holding a lot of it.
Wow, that's an amazing story, man.
Yeah,
that's what you get when you meet up with people at these community events, because that's where I first heard about it. And when we were in New York, right, standing around talking. I love to hear stories like that, man.
Yeah, but so most of my investment is obviously just holding Bitcoin because I believe in it in long term. I've seen what it have done. I've seen every cycle that it has gone through. So, but lately it is fun and it's enjoyable to go and do some research in coins every now and then. Veve was taking a big chunk of that time, but now I'm looking into the stacks, XTAX.
That's a scaling solution, right? That's a scaling solution for Bitcoin?
Yes. And now I'm going down that rabbit hole with everything that it comes with. I hear it from Rolly and Dave, so I'm leaning towards that right now. So I'm building.
What else? I know you're in Palantir, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm Palantir. Yeah, I'm holding Palantir because I believe in that company for a really long time. So I bought at the top and I bought a lot at $6-7 that they went down to.
Yeah, and Sleepin bought his cheapest one for $453. How about you, Sanjay? Do you have a crypto history at all?
Very light, man. I'm the dumbass who didn't listen to my friend, right? He sent me a note saying Bitcoin was like 100 some bucks or whatever a decade ago, and said, why don't you just buy a few and keep it? And I laughed at him, and I did buy it. But I did start picking up crypto in 2020, 2021. Sold a bunch, then I got back into it. So I wouldn't call myself like a big crypto kind of whale or anything, but I have a decent crypto holding, different kind of different. I'm more ETH, I would say, than Bitcoin, and maybe that was a mistake. I have, but I'm a big believer in RWA, so real world assets.
Me too.
So I started following how JP Morgan Chase and all these guys were doing in Citibank, and everybody was working in that space with blockchain companies. So started putting money into that. And then just today I got into WorldCoin. So I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not.
No, what is that?
So WorldCoin is actually by this company that Sam Altman is the chairman of this company. He's the backer of this thing. And WorldCoin is tied to what's called as digital identity. Okay. So there's a app. It's called World Identity. Okay. So just type in WorldCoin. So the way it works is when you go into the app, you sign in with your digital fingerprint, and then you'll have to go to a hub of either New York or something like that, and to get your biometrics done there. Once you have it, they've basically got your your digital fingerprint and your identity to do anything on blockchains. And it's tight, it's a digital wallet, it's got a blockchain, this, that, and the other. And so this WorldCoin is the token for that thing. And the way it works is they are building relationships with multiple apps, whether it's Telegram, whether it's Reddit, or whatever else. So you'd be able to use that wallet and that identity. It's a single identity globally for you. Only you have that identity combination of your whatever. And anyway, so that's kind of what it is. So for me, there were a couple of things that I thought were pretty cool. And by the way, it's pumped from like $2 to like $8 in the last week. So I don't know if it's the right time to jump in or not. I'm not an idiot advisor or whatever. But to me, it just felt like I liked the solution. I've studied the digital identity space very extensively, very, very extensively. I mean, I'm in private equity. I study that, like the amount of, I've looked at reports that are worth several $100,000 on identity and fraud and this, that, and the other. So for me, that was a very exciting solution. And the fact that you have a Sam Altman's name tied to it seemed great. The fact that it's got like all these other things. So the token for me was like, I can't buy that company. I don't know the means to buy that company. I might pick up the token. I didn't buy much, but it's sort of like, okay, we'll see what happens.
So for instance, it prevents others from logging into your apps. Is that the solution that it?
Yes. So it creates that unique identity with which you are verified on everything, right? So once you tie that identity, once you have that digital wallet that ties into any ecosystem, I don't know the full plans of this thing, but my sense is if you have a wallet tied to your digital identity, global identity, right? Now, when you go into an ecosystem like a Twitter or to Telegram or to Reddit or whatever, it knows exactly who you are. You can pay for things from it. You can get paid from it. And yeah, so, and I don't know all the other things, but we'll see. But I get it.
Yeah, what do you think about that? That was my immediate thing was about
they have
privacy
record
issue,
of you,
right?
all of that good stuff. But the interesting thing is they didn't ask me for my personal details, but they do know my mobile device, and once they get my biometrics, they probably will. So I get it. There's a lot of guys who say, I don't want anybody to know who I am and this, that, and the other. All good, man. I think there's a real need for payments and identity that you are doxxed, and there's a verification of who you are. You can do 500 things without your identity being known, but you will need to do some things with your identity, being known completely, like your taxes and your whatever else you do. So maybe there's, we'll see how it works, man. I mean, and they tell you how many people are on it right now. There's 3.5 million people, I think, that have signed up for it or whatever so far globally. So we'll just see how it goes, man. It's like, maybe it's a dud. Maybe nobody likes it and it falls apart. Or maybe it does. We'll see.
Yeah. We've been on for an hour and a half now. I think you guys have a little more time. How you guys doing on time?
Yeah, okay. and if you're doing like, have some giveaways as well here.
Oh, look at that. All right.
If you want to do some of those.
Sure. Michael, man, you gave me, I want to thank you again because you gave me a couple comics. I wasn't able to get them. I wasn't at New York Comic Con until day 3, and that stuff was sold out. So you gave me a virgin cover. Super dope. I want to thank you for that.
Absolutely.
We can do a giveaway here for one of these people here. We got 86 people. What do you got, Campa?
Oh, very cool.
Look at that.
Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah. So that's the Veve one, yeah.
There we go. Veve, physical, Spider-Man. We got 85 people in here. Michael is gracious enough. You can do this international too?
Yeah.
All right. This guy's great. We're going to go with a number from 1 through 85. Spam the comments. Wait. I got to write it down. Now, spam. Let's see what we got. 1 to 85 for a chance to win. All right, let's see. Gardner says 760. Crazy Dan 69. Good choice, but wrong. We got it's going fast and furious here.
Nobody's got 69 as yet.
Someone picked 69. They always pick 69.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are sick.
Yeah.
They're sick. They're like a bunch of kids. Let's see. I don't see it.
Oh, wow.
People getting close, though. Searching.
Get in there. Wow.
Man, no one's getting it.
Wow.
I'm going to narrow it down. It's in one. Oh, here we go. We got a winner.
Okay.
Michael Ray, 13.
There you go, Michael. Congrats.
Congratulations, Michael.
So, yeah, and people can reach me in Twitter is the best way. You can DM me over there. Yeah.
Let me write this down so that because I always forget, and then Sanjay always asks me a couple days later. I have to go back and watch the stream.
Man, I wasn't prepared to do giveaways today, but next time
right.
We'll do Michael's today.
Got you covered.
That's Michael Ray. Which one did he win? The Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, Spider-Man Veve. Writing it down. I'm prepared.
I'll do another one.
All right, a second one.
Yeah, I bought a big stack of these ones when I was there because I know they will be fun for this kind of stuff. So I got a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to make it simpler. Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah, it is jam-packed. There's a lot in there.
How many physical collectibles do you have?
I don't know, man. It's a lot. Most of it is put away in boxes and closets and stuff.
So do you have like a storage that you put them in, or it's in the garage and stuff like that?
Yeah, so right now, yeah. I don't have a storage yet. I haven't got it to that level.
Does it overrun your house or no?
Huh?
Does it overrun your house?
Yeah, it's in my house as of right now. Yeah.
But like, does it take up a lot of space? So I live in a small. I'm in New York, so the house.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
small.
No.
You know what I mean?
I sold my house. I have a room for it, and I have been meaning to tear down. I have a wall right in front of me to open up the whole basement and like really turn it into a collectible room. I just haven't had the time, and I like to do it in the summer maybe when it's nice and warm. So yeah, working on that.
Sanjay, what was that thumbs up you just put on your screen there?
Man, that just came up. Every time I raise my hand, the thumbs up comes up.
Oh.
But I'm agreeing with Michael. It's good to kind of put stuff away.
Mm-hmm. Well, that app that you recommended for keeping track of my
comics, yes, Key Collector, right?
Yes, I started, and man, I just went through my graded boxes.
Yeah,
and I was tired by the time I was there, and I haven't even gotten to the actual raw comics yet.
See my stuff here.
Yeah,
all my comics are scattered all over, man.
Oh yes, yes,
all over there. So I gotta fix. So I bagged and boarded them, and now I've got to put them away. Mm-hmm. So I got and I bought like a couple more long boxes. So I'm doing exactly what you're doing now, Michael. So I got to do that this weekend. I've got just a lot of work, man. That's why I said I don't want to give you the wrong thing. So clean up first.
How often do you go through your stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
So keep in mind, I start building this collection like after I started Veve. So and I got Todd first, and then I start building from there and growing my collection of everything, like coins, stamps again, a lot of Funkos. So that wall is full of Funkos back to back, comics of course. Every now and then I would rotate it for fun, and the kids mess around with them, but I just like seeing them. Yeah, enjoy it.
Let me show you guys one piece. I got a piece from Akash.
Yeah.
You want to do another number while Sanji does that?
Yeah, let's get Sanjay to give away that thing he's going to show us. We got another.
Yeah, another one of these ones. Yeah.
Another Spider-Man. We're going to go number 1 through 40. Spam it.
There you go.
1 through 40. All right. Oh, I think someone got it. Gardner. Bill Gardner.
Wow. That was quick. Yes, I have done some VHS. I like Friends. The show, I learned English watching Simpsons and Friends. So I have the collection for Friends on VHS tapes.
Friends? Yeah, I don't take you for a Friends guy.
It was when I was a kid in Cuba, and it was fun to hang out. Yeah.
Congrats to Bill Gardner.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So you collect the VHS of Friends?
So yeah, I have those. I own
Were those even on VHS when Friends
the
came
first
out?
2 or 3 seasons were, I don't know, somewhere in there. Yeah, I think the first 2 or 3 seasons are on VHS.
It's funny because I found an old VHS blank tape at work, and I asked one of the newer people who worked there if they knew what it was, and they had no idea. One of them said a CD. They had no idea. They're like 23 years old.
Oh, wow.
Super wild.
Shoot, I can't find it. I gotta. I don't know where I left it. It's probably downstairs. But it's like the Human Torch, but it's a gold one. It's a beautiful piece, man. It's it's a nice big size Human Torch. And he said, "Look, you like MC1, so I'm going to give you this." And he made that piece of jewelry. He made it like it's out of gold. It's downstairs. I must have put it away, but yeah.
Stephen says your room is so big it takes you 5 minutes to walk to the other side.
No, that's funny. That's funny.
Want to do another one?
Well, we got another one. What is that?
So this is part one. Number 1 is a variant edition. It's a pretty cool one.
Oh wow,
lovely.
Super Gwen. Let me write this down.
Spider Gwen.
Yes.
Spider Gwen. Yeah, my bad.
Spider Gwen, number 1.
Wow, number 1.
Yeah, it's that one is the same as that comic at the end, but I don't know if people can see it. That is creative. Yeah, variant edition.
What's your prized possession, Michael?
Your
top 3 prized possessions.
So I want to say my Messi card.
Is rookie?
Yeah, his rookie Messi card.
Graded?
Mm-hmm.
What's the grade?
6.5.
Nice.
6.5. I want to say that baby light right there.
Is that the logo?
That's
Is that the light? That was like the influencer lights they gave out?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you buy it from Biscuits?
Yes.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh man, does it light up too? Can you connect it and it lights up?
Yeah, lights up.
I
got this one. Hold
on. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because I have a bunch of Funkos in there, so I don't have it light up yet. This poster right here, it was made by Kid Arcade.
Can we see it? Did you buy it at Decon?
No, he sent it to me.
Okay, I would love to see it, man. His work is fire, man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's an amazing artist, man. He's amazing.
Let's see.
Oh, beautiful! Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Kid Arcade.
Oh, man, he's an amazing artist, man. Super amazing.
This poster is really. Yeah, I had to have it. So I missed when he sold it. There is only 20 copies in the world, and he felt so bad that I missed it that he sent me his draft one. So it's
it's artist proof.
Artist proof. So it's the original one. So this is another prize one. This hat that I'm wearing right now from sleeping is also 1 of 1 because it has no mid number, so it's artist proof as well.
What?
Yeah.
That is amazing, man. Look at that. That is pretty cool.
I'm gonna make Danny to pull underwear. You guys want?
By the way, so hear me out, guys. So here's a proposal, right?
Game worn.
Proposal for Veve is in this Veve Academy Awards, have one category for community art. Okay.
Yeah.
So people get nominated, and whoever wins the award for best community art, this is not professional artists or whatever, this is from the community. They get a drop on Veve.
I like it.
That'd be pretty amazing, man. That would kind of
I like it. That's
the best Veve person, in the community, the best artist, a shot at being on the app.
That's dope.
I would love to see, man. I'd love to see a bunch of people go for it.
For sure, and that's a great way to honor community members.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I had this idea a while ago, and I share it in spaces, and I really hope that it comes at some point. It was like creating like a baby mascot, like a toy or something that is representative of Veve, and then kind of like what Chico Rocco does with a bunch of his own thing over and over, and then it will be VVIP, and then they can have different artists, Ron English, Kid Arcade, MC, like all these artists to change it every now and then. So do like once a month, do a drop of that toy that is VVIP, and have somebody from the community design it every single time. I think that would be really cool. And you can tie it to the MCP program to spend some points there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. And Sleepin says he bets Kid Arcade wins. Kid Arcade is so good.
Yes.
Very good.
Love him, and I love, like you said, Jeg, and I would love to have one of Jeg's Bitcoin pieces.
Here, you can see this one.
Yeah, it's dope. The Mario one.
That's the patient hodler.
Oh, wow.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Want to know another comic? This is a foil. A foil variant. So DC.
That's dope. Well, we're gonna do the Spider Gwen, right?
Oh, we haven't done that yet? Oh, okay.
No, we haven't done it yet, man.
Okay. All right. Let's do that.
Let me write down. We're gonna go with numbers. Let's do 50 to 99. 50 to 99 for that Spider Gwen number 1.
Thank you, Sleeping. Yeah, I hope they do it. I hope they do some stuff with their own IP that they haven't taken advantage of yet. So,
Mo Collections, you did it. I rewarded the degenerates. Every once in a while, 69 has to hit.
You want to see 3 comics that I got today? I was at the shop. I go to the comic shop every now and then.
Yeah.
And I got three that look pretty cool. So is this 3 of the Joker?
Oh, it's dope.
Yeah, really cool. Like I was just shopping around today, and I was like, man,
Are those varying covers?
Huh?
Are those different covers?
Yeah. So it's Joker number 1, number 2, and number 3. So yeah, there are 3. There were 3 printed in a series. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I was there today. I should.
How often do you go to the comic shop?
I swim by once a week at least. Yeah.
Nice.
Michael, which artist do you like to collect?
Scotty Young. Scotty.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of his stuff. I have been building up that collection. I have like 40 or 50 cover right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Peach Momoko has really cool stuff too. I have some of her comics somewhere. The Amazing Spider-Man number 1000 that she did that cover.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that one somewhere.
Graded?
Yeah, it's graded and signed.
Oh man, let's see it.
I would love to collect comics. I think about right now. I'm so committed to crypto in this bull run that I sold off the majority of my baseball cards. I was a big baseball card collector. Had good stuff, man, and I sold it to buy crypto. I'm gonna circle back. And every time I talk to you guys, I get the itch to collect stuff.
Some good stuff, man. Peach Momoko's work with the X-Men is just looking so good, man. I have to go into the comic store. I was just like, I've not gone into a comic store in a while because I just wanted to put away all the stuff. Like I piled up. I had like 200 plus comics, and I had to just really get it all cleaned out. But this weekend, I'll probably go and get some more catch up, so to speak, on a month worth.
You think one day Veve will release comics as they drop on Marvel, like the new physicals come out and at the same time they come out on Veve?
I hope so.
That'd be kind of cool. My best card, I still have my best card. It's a Babe Ruth. Sports King. It's a PSA 1 graded, but it looks better than a 1. It's a good card.
So what happens if Veve drops these comics as they come, the Marvel ones? Danny, what's your take on that?
I think it's just a cool new way to. That's pretty dope.
Oh, nice, love it! Wow, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, I signed by her, and it's Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy 1000.
That is spectacular, brother. That is amazing.
That's nice. Yeah, I think it would be dope to people collect as things drop, and there's anticipation on drops, and then there's speculation as to future value, right? Because you get new characters that come out and new storylines, but you don't really know what's going to be
Yeah, that
collectible.
story arc, right? Having good story arcs and stuff.
So I think it just opens up a new avenue.
That's nice. Yep.
I think it'd be pretty
great.
cool.
I'll show you one of my peach pieces as well.
Oh, sweet.
No, so I'm gonna break out my cards. Michael, you entertain these people for a second.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna give away. I'll pop the stakes a little bit. A graded 9.8 facsimile, Superman #1. And let's write a number. I don't know that I have a pen. Yep, I do have a pen. Okay. Gonna write a number between 1 and 100. And go. Start spamming it. Number between 1 and 100. Let's see who gets it.
Wait, giveaway.
These
guys, these numbers come fast and furious, man. It's hard to keep up. Sometimes there's controversy.
Michael, while he's running that, so this is. We seen this one before.
Give me a second.
What is that, Sanjay?
So this is Peach Momoko's first comic for Marvel.
Jim Brodsky got it.
It's a Marvel Rising 1. Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Jim Brodsky, let me write this down. And what did he win?
So we did a little bit of upping the stakes. So it's a graded 9.8 facsimile Superman #1.
Wow.
Oh, love it.
That's dope, man. That's super dope.
Yeah, I also buy a few of those. I like these comics. They're just fun to own. So which one is your? Let me see yours.
This one, you see this?
Oh yeah.
So this is Marvel Rising. So this is Peach Momoko's first comic cover for Marvel, and it's got all these female characters on it. And then I have this one, which is Ghost Spider. And this one's got a remark on it where she sketched on it too.
Yeah.
So I love Peach Momoko's work, man. I just generally love her work.
Yeah, I really hope that she makes it to that New York event next year.
Yeah, man, I'm trying. I'm going to ask David if we can invite her to that event. You know, we'll do some. We'll get some commissions from her, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll order some commissions and see if she'd be willing to come out, and we'll give one away for charity or whatever, or maybe even just give it away in the community, you know, through some kind of drawing or something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Yes. So I have one of her originals, man. I have one of her originals, and I'm so blessed.
These are my two best baseball cards here.
Oh, let's see it.
Oh, man.
Here you go. Babe Ruth, Sports King.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's prized possession.
What grade is it?
It's graded a 1, but it looks better than a 1. Like, I think if I got this regraded, it should be a 2 or more.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Now, Michael's a baseball card collector too, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
This is my. Here's a mantle.
Wow.
That's a 53 mantle.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did you start collecting these, Danny?
Well, I've collected baseball cards on and off throughout my life. I got heavy into it during that's a messy. That's dope.
So.
Yeah.
I got heavy into baseball card collecting during COVID in 2020. I bought a ton of stuff, man. I had a lot of good stuff, but when this crypto market crashed, I see it as a generational opportunity to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Building some wealth, and then I'll circle back.
Yeah. Come back and.
I'll come back. Yeah. Lucy, was that Project 2020?
Yeah.
That's funny. Did you collect those?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is Project 2020 led me to where I am now in terms of investing.
Yeah, I heard a live that you did. I think it was with Balds, and you were talking about it.
Yeah, that's a Mr. Cartoon, right?
Yeah, that's the Mr. Cartoon.
What happened was I got into, like Project 2020 came out, and it married artists and classic baseball cards. So you had Mr. Cartoon, who else? A whole bunch of artists. Yeah. Blake Jameson. And they each came out with their own artistic variation of a classic baseball card. and I loaded up on the early ones, and they just started flying and going crazy, going like 5-10x. And so I bought up a lot of them. I spent a lot of money, like $15,000, right, on these cards, and within a week they were worth like $75,000 or something.
Oh my God!
Wow. Oh yeah.
And then the bubble popped. They oversaturated the market. They started printing a ton of them, right? They were printing to demand, and everyone jumped on it. The bubble popped. I made some money, but not as much. I thought I was going to make, when you're in that euphoric phase, my wife was telling me to sell when I, 5x my money in a week. But, you're selling through eBay also. So it's not like instant, like digital. I didn't sell. And then I was in like a chat online, and someone said, you're spending like $2,000 on an Ichiro Ben Baller card. Apple just did a 3-to-1 stock split. Did you buy any Apple or something like this? And that's how I got into like investing again and, deep into crypto. And then the same thing happened with Veve, where that spike in January, and I was buying up all this stuff. And my wife said, this isn't like the Project 2020, right? I said, no, man, this is totally different. We're going to 6 figures, 7 figures.
You sure did.
It was exactly like Project 2020.
It was exactly like Project 2020. Except this one's still hair and it's growing.
All right.
Another one?
There's another one?
Yeah.
Do you want to give that one away?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
9.8, Batman #1, facsimile. These are fun to put on the wall.
All right, let me write this down. Don't start picking numbers yet, informant. That one doesn't count. All right, Batman. All right, so let me write down a number here. I'm going to pick a whole new subset of numbers. We're going to go 100 through 130.
Oh.
100 through 130. You guys pick up on my pattern, and I've realized. So you got to switch it up, Sanjay. Let's see. All right. Informant got it.
Wow, nice. What? Congrats.
130.
Danny.
I'm actually working on something for Informant. He puts content every drop, and he's always doing live stream. Big shout out to him. Keeping us entertained during the drop. So I'm putting something special for him that I'm sending. So now I'll have to do the whole package.
All right, nice. I'll give away this too. So
here we go.
Sweet.
Amazing Spider-Man 300 special anniversary edition.
Very
nice. 25th anniversary issue.
That was a must. That was a must comic that one of the first comics that I got was that one. Actually, that one. So the way over there in the corner, signed by Todd. Signed by Todd, yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm going to go with numbers 160 to 200. See what they got. All right, let's see. These guys, man. These guys are good. Crazy Dan, 169.
Just shoot me a DM on X, Mr. MC1_ETH, Crazy Dan, and then get you this.
I can wait. I can wait for the day that we can just directly transfer NFTs in Veve again.
Yeah.
So like right now, I'll be giving like a bunch of stuff on app. Way easier. I can wait for that day.
I don't want to say anything, man.
Say it, Sanjay.
I don't know. Michael's being sarcastic on his video. Before this month, I can't give away comics either. So that was a one-time, very special deal.
Yeah. For everybody.
But speaking of that, that was a great event that you guys put together.
Yeah.
How did that come to fruition?
Last year, Rolex, myself, Silicon, we did giveaways, so we wanted to recognize the community because the bear market, and we're in spaces all the time. There's so many great people. So we said we'll do giveaways, and this will be the final thing. And it was the whole thought process. It's not about just giving shit away in some random way. We wanted to recognize people, say something nice about why we value them, and give them something. So that was kind of the thing last year. So then this year, we want to do a repeat of it. And I reached out to Michael, I reached out to Mr. 41, and these guys are all like, yes, we have a shit ton of stuff. We'd love to give away stuff too and recognize the community. And I'm just so blessed, man, that we have such amazing guys. And then I wrote to Veve and I said, look, I have some comics that I have stacks of, secret rares and ultra rares, that I really would like. It just would be an honor for me, for someone to have that from my collection, And they agreed to it. And the way they did it was not transferred directly from my account to them. Veve pulled it from my account and then gave it to them. But anyway, whatever, man. Like, blessed, super.
Yeah.
We cry about it. Anybody's upset, so be it. But I just believe it was a great cause. And I'm just a dude. When I want to do something, I'll push the envelope, man. I will ask for it. If I want something, I'll ask for it. They said yes. There you go. All good.
And it was incredible, the amount of people that turned out to listen to that event. It was really incredible.
And I think when they're live, I saw afterwards there were over 2,000 people that had.
Yeah, that one got a lot of views, man. A lot of views. It was very, 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 a lot. I gave away like 4 Marvel 1 Ultra Rares. I gave away 4, I think, Edge of, the Spider-Gwen Secret Rares. A bunch of the Fantastic Four #2 Secret Rares. It was great, man. I'm just super happy that we were able to do that. But now I want Veve to do it. That's why I'm fighting for the Academy Awards. Because, you can get a Mr. MC1 kind of thing, or Michael, or Rolex, or whatever. That's great. But if you win an award from Veve, you can put it on your resume and stuff,
Award-winning, Veve award-winning.
Best short film, best this, best AR something, best content creator, Veve 2024, whatever. Those kind of things matter. Anyway, I stopped shilling that.
You think
when do you think that will come together? Are you hoping this year?
Well, I had a very good meeting. So I wrote a very long Amazon-style paper with very thoroughly, like it's almost like if I'm the guy who's project manager who's responsible for it, what would I write, right? I wrote the whole proposal with everything.
Yeah.
And I gave it to Veve. So I've given it to them. They like the idea. So now the ball's in their court to kind of figure out when they want to do it, how they want to do it, all that stuff. And I told them, look, whenever you decide it, come back, let me know. From the community side, first of all, I'll invest my time for free on it. And I'm sure that I can bring other community people to help with the execution. But the main thing for them was, look, the award has to be something digital from Veve and something physical from Veve. So that I can't control. You have your own cycle to produce it, all of that stuff, right? So you got to drive that, Veve. But the actual event and stuff, we can, we'll help. And even the judging and all that other stuff, right? Like we can do a lot of legwork for it, but the production of the asset, the naming of it, the event, it has to be done under the Veve umbrella.
Yeah,
that'll be cool. Do you think that will be the very first Veve event? That would be really cool. Like just Veve event. That would be nice.
I think so. I think that'd be pretty cool. That would be great. Michael, honestly, if we get that this year around New York Comic Con, or even if it's DCon or something like that, with a digital sort of broadcast, because not everybody can come to the event.
Yeah.
That for me, like, man, I would be so thrilled, man. I would I would get on a lot of YouTubes and celebrate, brother. I would like open up champagne live on a YouTube, like literally open it up, and that'd be like a big celebration, brother. Very big celebration. I hope it happens.
I would love for them to have more like monthly competitions around the AR.
That was one of the ideas. One of the ideas was like you can have this big award, but for some categories you can have awards along the way to get there, and that's on the table too.
And I think it's so easy to do, really. Or you're just like coming up with the idea, you're pitching it, and you're telling the community, now go do this.
Yeah.
And then they have like a month to get this done, and it creates engagement. And that's how you create, I don't know, viral moments, right?
Yeah. And I told them, I said, I don't want just like the gold and silver or something like that. I would love to see jewels. So I would love to see jewels on the, on the digital collectibles or whatever it is. very beautiful design, the first Veve award. So there's a certain award with, and if they have like jewels and stuff on it, that would make it like truly spectacular, like people deserve it. And there'll be only 20 of them, right? Or 15 of them, whatever it is. And whoever
I want to hear a Cavell acceptance speech.
You never know, man. You never know. He's definitely in the top people followed, and he's got an edginess to him. So he does have never rule out anybody, man. You never know who can win it,
That's pretty funny. Evolved asked, if they turn transfers back on, do y'all think it would be the same, or would they charge us a fee? Gems or MCP?
I think there's a bigger criteria before that. I think it'll be limited, and I think it'll be based on level. Meaning, if you're a master collector, you can do 3. If you're not a master collector, you can do 2. But there'll be a limit to it in a month or something like that. I don't know. They probably will kind of do a fee because they want to not. Maybe they'll do 1 or 2 free, and some after that it's paid. Or if it's above a certain value, because they don't want to stiff the license.
There has to be a fee. I think their worry would be people then getting around the sellers, right? Doing under the table deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there have to be some ranking, some level. There have to be. You need to get to this level to be able to have access to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it should be.
Yeah.
We were talking about VHS tapes before, Michael.
Uh-huh.
Here's when I was just digging in the crates, man. Little Jerry Springer. TV. What do you think that's worth?
A lot. I'm sure worth a lot.
Well, it's a bootleg too.
What's
got water stains.
Too hot for TV. Well.
I have some VHS tape, by the way. So they're just lying around for the longest time.
Yeah, I had a big collection of VHS and DVDs. I still have my DVDs. I had like 600 DVDs. I was a big, movie buff and whatnot.
Yeah.
I have one of the Disney movies, VHS groups. I have a lot of like 40 or 50 of those.
I think the early Disney stuff is worth money because they didn't release their stuff, right? Like VHS, like they were notorious for not releasing stuff to buy, like their movies.
Yeah, there were rentals or stuff like that in Blockbusters. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a few of those. Not a lot of VHS. I think my heaviest collection is Fortnite. I have a lot of stuff for Fortnite. Most of them are brand new, box safe. They have comics, they have trading cards, they have all kinds of things that you cannot think of.
You play Fortnite, or is it for your kids?
My kids. But I turned in to a live event that they were doing a new season, and a guy had over 2 million people on a live stream like this.
Travis Scott
connected.
Was it Travis Scott?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably. And I was like, oh, this is big. So I start saving stuff, even if it's for them when they grow up. They play so much. But I think there is something there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my son's got all the OG skins and stuff on Fortnite. I was thinking how great it would be if they were NFTs.
Yes.
Because you can sell your account. You can sell. People buy like Fortnite accounts for a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm saving a lot of. But that's probably my biggest collection right now that I'm focused on. A lot of Fortnite stuff. Mostly have boxes and boxes of trading cards for Fortnite. They had like a season 1. They have cards that already sell for $40,000-$50,000.
Wow.
Graded. Yeah.
That's pretty wild. What do you guys think of the Fortnite Disney thing?
I really hope that it has something to do with Veve, or that Veve can get into it. But as of right now, my stance is that it's his own thing. I think it's his own thing, his own deal with Fortnite. It has to do more with gaming, in the gaming side, and I don't think we're there yet. So I think it's his own deal with Fortnite.
Yeah, I think it's a bright move. I think it's a brilliant move, right? Think about it. If Disney wants to create a whole ecosystem of commerce and engagement around connecting their properties into games. That's amazing. So I think it's a great deal for them. I don't know if Veve has a piece of it or not. But, if Veve can, after the fact, go in and create some degree of engagement, or, like a reciprocal arrangement, right? Like
Yeah.
we'll market on your platform if people that like the Batman someday, sorry, not Batman, but the Spider-Man thing on on your thing, in one of your games, then they can come into the VV ecosystem and and we'll pay you a bounty or whatever, and vice versa too. That would be great.
Yeah. Do you guys play
I
video?
think that's very far away though, even if it does happen.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael, do you play video games?
Yeah, I do.
I just got a PS5. What do you got?
So I don't have a lot of time for playing games. When I do, I like Red Dead Redemption 2. The new Spider-Man Miles Morales was really good. God of War, if you want to play like a movie, the story, the way the game was made, it's extremely good. So those are my favorite games so far in PS5. But most of when I play is with my kids, and they like fighting and punching and stuff that is quick.
Yeah, very nice. And Sandra, you're not a gamer, right?
Occasionally,
maybe
I'm not
Candy
a heavy
Crush?
gamer or anything. I occasionally I'll play. I'll use the play F1. I get the F1 kind of game. I have that, so I do that. But I play a lot of other types of. I play Civilization and that type of stuff. So I play on the iPad quite a lot. I used to play Grand Theft Auto. I love Grand Theft Auto. A few of them. Yeah. No, not. I wouldn't call myself a gamer, but I played, some decent games.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for over 2 hours, guys. I think it's been a good one.
That's excellent. Thank you for having me over, man. I really appreciate it. The people that came, talking to Sanjay. I mean, this great. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Now, I always enjoy talking to Sanjay's always
yes.
good one. And Michael, your FA here. Thank you so much, and thank you for the giveaways. Every time I see you're giving things away, you're really I always say like my favorite part of Veve and Omi are the people that I've met here. Really good people.
Yeah,
2 of them right here in front of me. Maybe next time I'll give you guys this. You guys have parting words for the people here?
Well, I'll leave the last one for Michael, but I wanted to say thank you very much, Danny, for having me here with Michael. It really is an honor to kind of be with both of you guys and chat with the Veve fam here. Also, thank you very much for all the alpha that you share on a regular basis. I just tremendously enjoy the content and that you share. And Michael, just it's such an honor, man. You're so generous. You keep giving away stuff, and whether it's live streams, whether it's other things, and you're just truly an amazing person in this community. And we have some real OGs in this space listening as well. I've been tracking some of the conversation as well. Some amazing people like Sleepin, Dr. Stuff, and Pappy, Informant, OG Vault. There's some amazing people here, man. And I follow all of you guys, your content, and I want to say thank you.
Yeah, it is an honor. It is an honor to hear, and especially Sanjay. He really keeps this community engaged. A lot of things revolve around him, so you do an amazing job. Thank you for keeping us engaged during this time. I usually I don't go much into spaces or things like that, but you do an amazing job. You're always there, and I really appreciate that. And then Danny, man, your content is amazing. I have learned a lot. Pick up a few of your coins, make hate, and stuff like that. It's nice. Fun. Thank you for your content, man, and just keep chugging along, man. And good things are coming. I think this is a big year. This is a big year for change, and we're gonna see some progress, I believe. So yeah, let's stay tuned, guys.
I think so too.
Omi to the moon, man. Omi to the moon.
It's going to be a good year. Even if Omi doesn't have to hit like 10 cents or 5 cents even for a lot of people to do very well. And I think about what, New York Comic Con was so much fun with you guys and all these other people that were there in the middle of a bear market. I think about, what it would be like in the middle of a bull market when, all that sentiment is feeling good and our pockets are full.
I'm going to give you guys a little secret. Last one. When I meet David, I'm going to basically tell him every meeting that happens in Veve, they should have an empty chair with a red circle on it.
Yes.
And there should be a conversation. What would Omi say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? What about me? Maybe that's better. What about me?
What
Literally, man. Like I want to see Omi in every way in the app, man. Anytime there's a conversation about Veve, okay, how do we bring in Omi? How do we bring in Omi? And
Omi has to be, for me, my whole thing with Omi is that it should be the native currency of this platform and this ecosystem. And that means it's infused throughout the Veveverse. And there are microtransactions that even if it's on the back end, it's on the back end, but Omi plays a role. And then that's a true utility token.
Yeah.
And then that's,
Plus it gives the project some currency to play around with.
Yeah.
So when Omi goes out.
Liquidity, man.
Yes.
How much liquidity comes in?
If you want Veve to become the thing that we dream of, Omi would really help with that.
Yeah. So you let him know. You let him know, Sanjay.
Yeah, brother. There you go.
Thank you for advocating always, and thank you again for all of the not only the spaces that you host, but the physical spaces, right? The parties that you organize. It takes a lot of time. And you put that time in. And Michael, you're one of the most positive people in this community. So again, thanks both for coming on. Thanks for everyone in the chat for coming through and spending over 2 hours with us. We had over 100 people here at one point, still had 75 people after 2 hours.
All right.
So catch you guys in the next one.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.